see such a full and packed audience, and this is exactly what we need at this crucial time. I want to start off though by bringing greetings from CND to the Stop the War Coalition on this 50th anniversary. I would like to pay tribute to their remarkable achievements over this period and to reaffirm our solidarity and cooperation. And in the presence of Salma and Yaqoob, I would like to say how proud we are to have worked alongside the Muslim community in the struggle against war and against Islamophobia. And we will continue that work together, because the lessons of the catastrophic and illegal wars have not been learned. Bush and Blair have gone, and we're not letting any of them back. Their criminal policies continue, and the world is an even more dangerous place than it was in 2001. So in the face of the rise of the far right, a rising tide of NATO-inspired global tensions, and a potential President Trump who says, what's wrong with using nuclear weapons? We need to step up our work. This is the time to strengthen and reinforce our principles and our core commitments to a world of peace and justice, for a different foreign policy and a different vision of Britain's role in the world. As a movement, this is what we stand for. But we don't just stand for some kind of general niceness. We have very specific policies that are not open to compromise. We are anti-NATO. NATO is not a force for freedom and democracy defending the underdog, as I recently heard a senior politician say. But NATO is a nuclear-armed military alliance, aggressive, expansionist, with a global agenda, and its wars and interventions, as we've heard today, have been nothing short of a disaster. NATO is nothing to do with keeping the peace, and everything to do with enforcing US domination worldwide, which, by the way, they are making us pay for. Why would we pay 2% of our GDP to help another country stamp all over the world and start a new Cold War? And who is to blame for these increasing global tensions? You only have to look at a map of the world to see how US and NATO bases surround Russia and China, and then they blame Russia and China for being aggressive. Reality check here, and can we apply it throughout the labour movement, please? The world is too dangerous a place to be making concessions to the right on these issues. We need to be exposing the reality of NATO and opposing it, not congratulating, as I've heard some say, it for sharing our values. Next year's NATO summit is in Brussels. That's not too far for any of us to get there. We need a huge mobilisation from Britain, and we need to start doing that. And to touch on another of our core principles, we are anti-nuclear. Britain has nuclear weapons that can kill hundreds of millions of people. We are one of a tiny minority of countries that have nuclear weapons. Why do we have them? Let's not pretend they make us safe. It was a matter of status in the post-war world, and it's a matter of status in the world today. There is no military reason, no security reason for Britain's possession of Trident nuclear weapons. Wants us to punch above our weight and thinks that nuclear weapons give us a seat at the top table. Now, I can understand why the Tories take this view, because they have an imperialistic perspective. They think that might makes right. But I cannot understand how anyone on the left or in the Labour movement can possibly condone or support Britain's possession of these weapons of mass destruction. The Tory view of Britain's role in the world. We are for equality between nations and peoples, not wielding a big nuclear stick. To support Trident replacement is to give the Tories a blank cheque, financially and politically, for a catastrophic policy. And to those who say that the Trident question should be sidelined in the interests of unity with the right in the Labour Party, I say, let the right in the Labour Party sideline their support for Trident. The global majority, not us. Our movement must step up our active opposition to Trident replacement, realising what is at stake if we fail. Not only the £205 billion lifetime cost that we as taxpayers are paying, but the chance to stop this drive towards the ultimate destruction of the planet. So we will fight against war, we will fight against NATO and against nuclear weapons. But we cannot fight effectively alone. None of these problems can be solved on a national basis. They are international problems and they must be fought as such. And there are many others globally engaging and fighting alongside us. So as we move ahead as a united movement in the next weeks and months, let's step up our international cooperation, because we are the global majority and we must prevail. Thank you.